السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، من بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. Inshallah ta'ala, today we are going to start lesson number 5, and this is a story of Nooh alayhi salam with his son. Right, so let's begin. Bismillahi majreha wa mursaha. وأوحي إلى نوح، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأوحي إلى نوح أنه لن يؤمن من قومك إلا من قد آمن فلا تبتئس بما كانوا يفعلون. It was revealed to Nooh alayhi salam. I didn't give the translation also because it's a lot. So let's just go through roughly. I don't want to go too deep here. Inshallah, we'll go anyways when the lesson starts. So it was revealed to Nooh alayhi salam that nobody will believe from his people except in qawmika, from your people, illa man qad amana, except those who have already believed. فلا تبتئس. So don't despair, don't be distressed. بما كانوا يفعلون, of what they do. So Nuh alayhi Islam was building a ship, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared that, okay, nobody is going to believe after now. It's done, everything, nobody will become a Muslim now. وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا. Construct the ship in front, under our eyes. بِأَعْيُنِنَا, under the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَوَحْيِنَا, and our inspiration. وَلَا تُخَاطِبْنِي فِي الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا. وَحْيِنَا, wahi. And don't address me about those who have oppressed, who have wronged. إِنَّهُمْ مُغْرَقُونَ, indeed they will be drowned. وَيَصْنَعُ الْفُلْكَ, so he builds, Nuh alayhi salam, he builds the ship. وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ مِّن قَوْمِهِ, and people used to pass by, the leaders. So every time, مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ, مَرَّ يَمُرُّ, to pass by. Min mala'un, mala is the chiefs. Mala'un min qawmihi sakhiru minhu, and they made fun of him. So min, sakhira always comes with min, and it means, we'll translate as of, because in English we make fun of someone. Qala in taskharu minna fa inna naskharu minkum. Nuh alayhi salam just said, if you make fun of us, we will make fun of you. We will ridicule you. Kama taskharun, like you used to, or like you ridicule. فَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ, you will surely know. There's no point in making fun, right? You will surely know. فَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ مَنْ يَأْتِيهِ عَذَابٌ, for whom the punishment will come, يُخْزِيهِ, humiliating. أَخْزَى يُخْزِي, which will disgrace him. وَيَحِلُّ عَلَيْهِ عَذَابٌ مُقِيمٌ. يَحِلُّ, descend. So there's halla yahullu, is to solve. There's another halla yahillu, is to take someone's place or descend. So that halla yahullu is something to solve a problem, or halla yahillu is to get down. Alayhi adhabun, or take someone's place. Mahal alayhi adhabun muqim, everlasting punishment. Descend or come for them, everlasting punishment. Hatta idha ja'a amruna wa farat tanur. So now everything is done, the ship is built, Nuh alayhi salam is ready, and Allah's command has come. Hatta, until إذا جاء أمرنا, our command has come. Okay, everything will be flooded now. وفارت التنور, fara is overflow. Fara yafuru, overflow tanur. So the water started from the oven, so from someone's house oven or something. قل نحمل فيها. Now we said to Nuh alayhi salam, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, حمل يحمل, to carry in it, من كل زوجين اثنين, from everything, زوجين, two pairs, اثنين, two pairs. وأهلك, and your family also. إلا من سبق عليه القول, except those from your family. عليه القول ومن آمن, those whose qawl has come before them, that the word has proceeded against them, that they'll not believe now. And whoever believed. So take from your family as well as those who believe, huh? Except those, this is an exception. وَمَا آمَنَ مَعَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ. And only a few people believed in them. SubhanAllah, after giving for 950 years da'wah, Allah is saying, very few people believed. وَقَالَ ارْكَبُوا فِيهَا. So Allah said, ارْكَبُوا فِيهَا. Oh, Nooh alayhi salam said, ارْكَبُوا فِيهَا, ride in it. Right, so now the water's coming and they're in the land with the ship, ride in the Bismillahi majreha wa mursaha. So we read it at majreha. Its course, majreha, jara yajri, majreha, and it's mursaha, mursa, harsa yursi is to anchor the ship. It's going and it's stopping. Inna Rabbi laghafur rahim. Indeed, your Lord is the most forgiving and most merciful. So the water comes and it's flowing. So Allah describes the scene, وَهِيَ تَجْرِي بِهِمْ, and it flows with them. Jara is to flows with them. فِي مَوْجٍ, in the waves. Mawj, amwaj. So singular is used, but we know it's plural also. In a wave, you could say, but they translate as through waves, kal jibal, like mountains. So the waves are like mountains coming. Waves are like mountains. Wanada Nuh ibnahu. And even still, Nuh al-Islam is calling his son. Right? I mean, we know he's going to drown, but he calls his son. Wakana fi ma'zil. And he was separate. I'tazala is to be separate. He was apart, like he was standing somewhere. Ya bunay, oh my dear son, irkab ma'ana. Or irkab ma'ana without tajweed. Irkab. Rakiba yarkabu is to ride with us. Right? Embark on us, with us. Wala takum ma'al kafirin. And don't be with those disbelievers. He's a son. Right? Qala sa'avi ila jabal. He said, I will seek. Ava you avi. Ava you vi. I think the word is. But why is it fatha then? We'll see when it comes, inshallah. I don't know. Ava is from 4, I guess. Awa Yavi is, yeah. Awa Yavi is from 1. So Awa Yavi Avi. To take protection. Away to, yeah, I took protection. So Avi ila Jabal. I will take protection with the mountain to the mountain. Yasimuni min al. I'll just climb the mountain, it'll protect me from the water. Qala la asima al-yawma min amrillah. There's no protector from the matter of Allah. Illa man rahim, except those whom Allah has mercy. Wahala bainahum. Hala is to come in between. Wahala bainahum. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at that time itself, the sun drowns. Wahala bainahum al-mawj. A wave came in between them. Fakana min al-mughraqin. And he was of the drowned. Waqila, ya ardu bla'i ma'aki. And now everything's done, everyone's drowned. So Allah said, and it was said, this is passive. Qila, ya ardu. Oh earth, and it is feminine. Ibla'i ma'aki. Bala'i blows to swallow. Swallow your water. Wa ya sama'u. And oh sky, aqli'i. Withhold. Aqla'i yuqli'u. Withhold your water. Don't rain now. Wa ghid al-ma'u. Subsided. The water subsided. Ghada. وقضي الأمر, and the matter was over. It was decided. واستوت على الجودي. So the ship landed on the mountain Judi. Istawa is to become straight or resting here. وقيل, and it was said, بعدا للقوم الظالمين. Away with the people of oppressing people. After 950 years, the time's done. They're killed. ونادى نوح ربه. When Nuh alayhi salam remembering his son, فقال ربي, oh my Lord, inna ibni min ahli. Indeed, my son is from my family. Right? You said your family, right? So he's my family. Wa inna wa'adaka al-haq, and your promise is truth. Wa anta ahkamul hakimin, and you are the most just of the judges. Allah said, Ya Nuhu, innahu laysa min ahlik. He is not from your family. Indeed, he is not. Innahu amalun ghayru salih. His actions are not good. Ghayru salih. فلا تسألني ما ليس لك به علم. Don't ask me of something which you have no knowledge of. Right? Allah is so strong, strict with Nuh alayhi salam. Inni a'idhuka, I admonish you, ya Nuh, right? I admonish you, an takuna min al-jahilin, that you become of the ignorant ones. Because that's a rule which is a golden rule. If anyone dies on shirk and kufr, nobody can pray for them. Right? Whatever happens, that's fixed. قال ربي إني أعوذ بك. Nuh alayhi salam, he sought forgiveness and said, Rabbi inni a'udhu bik. I seek refuge, and as'alaka ma laysa li bihi ilm. I have to ask you what I don't have knowledge of. وَإِلَّا تَغْفِرْ لِي وَتَرْحَمْنِي أَكُنْ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. If you don't forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be of the losers. خاسرين, losers. قِيلَ يَا نُوحُ. So Allah forgive me, obviously. قِيلَ يَا نُوحُ اهبط. Go down. هبط is to go down. Like descending, like a plane is coming down. هبوط الطائرة. هبوط is coming down. نزول. نزول. بسلام. So اهبط بسلام. So get down. It's over now. Get down with peace, minna from us, wa barakat, and blessings also. Alayka wa ala umam. And on the umam, the nations which will come. So this is the second. So that's why Nuh alayhi Islam is also called Adam Thani. The second Adam is Nuh alayhi Islam because the human being started again. Wa ala umamin mimman ma'ak, who are with you. So new nations will start now from the sons of Nuh alayhi Islam and his whoever was there. Wa umamun. So Allah is talking about the future. Wa umamun sanumatti'uhum. And there'll be nations which we will grant enjoyment. They will enjoy in this world. ثُمَّ يَمُسُّهُم مِّنْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. And then they will taste a painful punishment. Allah says at the end, تِلْكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ. These are all news of the unseen. We didn't know all this. نُوحِيهَا إِلَيْكَ. Which we, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to you. مَا كُنْتَ تَعْلَمُهَا. You did not know it. Anta wala qawmuka min qabl. Anta is for stress. You did not know this, nor your people before this. Min qabli hadha. And so anyone who claims that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had ilmul ghaib, mutlaq ilmul ghaib, absolute, that's Allah is clearly saying in several places, you did not know this, right? Ilmul ghaib is only for Allah. فَلَا يَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Ilmul ghaib is only for Allah. Yes, ilmul ghaib Allah tells through Jibreel alayhi salam to the Rasulullah sallallahu or any messenger for that matter, whatever is necessary. فَاصْبِرْ إِنَّ الْعَاقِبَةَ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. What's the point of all the stories and all that? To have patience, right? Rasulullah sallallahu is going through patience, right? When you listen to other stories, you'll get patient. إِنَّ الْعَاقِبَةَ. Indeed, the ending is only for the righteous people, God-fearing. Okay, let's begin. So not many new words, maybe here and there a few words. Or maybe they're new words for you. And for me, I'm thinking. Lexical and grammatical notes. وَأُوحِيَ أَوْحَى يُوحِي وَأُوحِيَ إِلَى نُوحٍ أَنَّهُ لَن يُؤْمِنَ مِنْ قَوْمِكَ إِلَّا مَنْ قَدْ آمَنَ فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَ. It was revealed to Nuh alayhi salam, none of your people will believe except those who have already believed. So do not be distressed, فَلَا تَبْتَئِسْ, at what they have been doing. So أوحى إلى فلان, and this is form 4. أوحى يوحي إيحاء, to inform by revelation. Note that the word iha is changed from originally it was ivhayun. The several rules, inshallah, when we do sarf, if waw is preceded by kasra, they'll change to a ya. And ya or a waw, if it comes at the end, it will be changed into a hamza. So there are two changes here. I mean, we'll learn that later on. If you do sarf someday, inshallah. So iha'un, ivhayun become iha'un. Al-wahyu is divine revelation. It is masdar of waha yahi, which lexically means to communicate with sign, sound of writing. To communicate, waha yahi. So remember, nobody uses, I mean, it's rare that somebody uses for wahi as iha or iha'un, right? Although this verb is used, awhallah is used. So the verb is used, the masdar is used of form 1, correct? So that's how they become, wahi is easy to say, so wahi instead of iha. And when the verb is used, wahid, wahalla, they don't use. I mean, I've not read. Awhallah is used, correct? Maybe this is also used. But so when the verb is used, form 4 verb is used, but the masdar is form 1. Okay. The pronoun in annahu is damiru sha'n. Wa uhiya ila nuhin annahu. Damiru sha'n, which refers to the sentence following it. The pronoun is used in English also. It is wrong to go there. Here, it. Right. This is damiru sha'n. It is wrong to go there. What is this it? So remember, Qul huwallahu ahad, he talked about two things, Damirul Shan in Madina Books as well as Damirul Qissa. It just tells This is the matter. It just introduces stuff. So say he is Allah, one and only. You like, who's this he now? Because pronoun is not allowed generally speaking, unless you bring like Muhammad came and then he went and he did this and so on. But like for example, it is wrong. If you just start the sentence with it is wrong, you're like, what is wrong? Then the story comes. It is wrong to go there. Here, it refers to the phrase to go there. The sentence can also be constructed as follows: to go there is wrong. Right? I mean, instead of it, we can start with to the go there is wrong. So a pronoun is started in the beginning to grab the attention. It is wrong. What is wrong? To go there. So this is called Damirul Shan. If it is masculine, they call it Damirul Shan. They have a different name for feminine. It's called Damirul Qissa. That qissa, that is the situation is so and so. The qissa is so and so. So annahu, clear, alhamdulillah. So and it was revealed to know that he, will you translate this? That it. So the Damirul Shan and the Damirul Qissa. Okay. Here's another example of the Damirul Shan. Maryamu la yumkinuha an tusafira li'annahu laysa ladayha jawazus safar. So Maryam la yumkinuha, it is not possible for her and tusafir to travel. لأنه. Why? Because it, I mean, because she does not, we can skip translating, I guess, because she does not have a ليس لديها جواز السفر, passport. لأنه. And maybe this is also a way because anna li anna and also needs a noun to come, right? So that's because laysa is a verb. So li anna laysa would be not correct. So yeah, to overcome also they use a pronoun. So annahu lan is used. Anna lan would sound weird, no? Anna lan, because there's a verb coming after this. So anna cannot come a verb after it because inna wa akhawatuha come only with nouns. So that also subverts it. I mean, that problem also goes away. Okay. Annahu lan yu'mina, that he will not believe. So an is al-masdariya and the masdar mu'awwal. An al-masdariya is the na'ib fa'il uhiya. So he says what? Annahu, this is the masdar mu'awwal. And it was revealed to this thing. Oh, here, what was revealed? That nobody will believe. So all this, nobody will believe. Anna with its ism and its khabar. So this is the ism of Anna, and lan yu'mina is the khabar. Correct? That nobody will believe. For most people, is just extra information. So this is the naib file. Remember? Because it needs something. No, what was revealed? You can ask. So this was revealed that nobody will believe. So that is naib file. Because remember, there are three types of masdar mu'awwal. An plus fail mudare. Anna plus its ism and its khabar, and then ma plus fail madi is generally used. Ma, bima kanu yaf'alun. Ma al masdariya it is called. So three types from what I know. Masdar mu'awwal. That means masdar mu'awwal means what? A noun can be used in its place. It's interpreted verbal noun. And it can be mubtada khabar like a noun. And it could be file also here. Like this whole sentence becomes the naib file. Oh, here. So it is fi mahalli rafa. So this is in the place of rafa because naib file like file are always marfu. Illa man. Here man is the file of lan yu'mina. Nobody will believe except those. So man is the file. And the istisna is mufarraq. So if you remember mufarraq, empty. Exception that nobody will believe ahadun. There's no word called ahadun. Like ma ja'a illa hamidun. Nobody came except Hamid. So that is empty. Literally should have been ma ja'a ahadun illa hamidun. If you remember, mufarraq means empty of what? Empty of the mustathna minhu. The word before illa is called mustathna minhu. And the word after is called mustathna. Correct? So there's nothing before it. So what we'll do? Ma ja'a illa hamidun. So Hamid becomes the file of ja'a. Similarly, here nobody will believe illa man. So man is the file of this thing. Yu'mina. And qad amana is the sila al-mawsul. Illa man qad amana. I mean, sila, because man is mawsul here. Okay, so till now, what did it teach? Uhiya is the ila nuhin is extra, this thing. And then this is this whole thing you could say, I mean, min qawmik is extra. But this is the naib file of this, fine. And then illa is exception. Then man is again going back to the yu'mina file of this. And then qad aman is the silatul mawsul of this thing. Correct? Right? Fala tabtai, this is another sentence anyways. Fala tabtai, so it goes on. Now, okay, qad amana is sila of mawsul. Because anytime ma comes as mawsul, ismul mawsul, and alladhi comes, we need the sila. Man comes, the sila is required. Sentence like, except who? Who what? Who has already believed? For the one Nuhun as being Masruf, see book 3. Yeah, Nuhun we learned why is it having tanween in spite of being a foreign name, it's non-Arabic. We learned generally 3-letter names, and the middle one is sukun, they'll be munsarif. 3 letters, yeah. And then ibta'asa yabta'isu ibti'asan form 8. Fala tabta'is. Fala tabta'is. Distress, to be distress. Fala tabta'is. It is ifta'ala from ba'asun. Ba'asun. See Quran 1269. Ibta'asa is to be sad, worried. So Allah is saying, don't be sad. Because, I mean, after 950 years, seeing the people whom you gave dawah, your friends and all to be drowned, yeah, it's natural even for a messenger to be sad. Nobody wants anyone to become destroyed. Bima kanu yaf'alun. That shows the mercy of the messengers, yeah. Even though they gave dawah, the people rejected and all that, but still they don't want for them to be destroyed. Bima kanu yaf'alun. See, ma is mastadi again. Or Mawsula also, he says. In the first case, the meaning at their doing, and the second, what they have been doing. So, what they have been doing. Okay. In this case, Aid has to be supplied. Yaf'alunahu. Aid means there should be some pronoun going back to the ma. I mean, so it's just assume the link. Okay. Okay. وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا وَلَا تُخَاطِبْنِي فِي الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا إِنَّهُمْ مُغْرَقُونَ. So Allah is giving the command, make. Sana is now to make, manufacture. Like Sunya fil Hind, made in India. Sunya fil Sin, made in China. Sana'a is now Sun'an, to manufacture, make. Al-Fulk, it's ship. It is feminine. Remember, this is somehow feminine, even though Sama'i, right? But can also be masculine. But it can also be masculine. فَأَنْجَيْنَاهُ وَمَنْ مَعَهُ فِي الْفُلْكِ الْمَشْحُونِ. And we saved him and those with him in the mashhun means laden ship. In the fulk mashhun. So, like truck is called shahina, right? Very commonly used in cargo, and if you go to like shahana yashhanu, the verb is shahana yashhanu, to fill up, to load freight, airports and all that. Very common, these words. Mashhoon, cargo, you load up or something. So something which is filled, loaded, freight, like a ship or a plane. So full ship. So the laden ship, that means the ship was full. There were so many animals and people and all that. So here, mashhoon is used. Its plural has the same form of the sungla, and of course it is feminine. And this is a weird plural. Because he says fulk, plural is what? Fulk. Wow. Fulk is also fulk. I've never seen such words. Huh? Falak is something else, by the way. This is fulk. Falak is the aflak. Falak, aflak is used, but fulk is also masculine and feminine and also plural. Here are some examples used as a plural. Fulk is هو الذي يسيركم في البحر والبحر. He is the one who sayyara, yusayyiru is to make someone to travel. Like Sara is to travel, and then from that to make someone. Like Allah sayyara Allahu, Allah made Hamid travel, Hamidan. That means he enabled him to travel. هو الذي يسيركم. He is the one who enables to travel في البر والبحر, in the land and the sea. حتى إذا كنتم في الفلك, until you are in the ship. So now is it one ship? No. So the translate as plural until you all are in the ships. وَجَرَيْنَ بِهِمْ. Jara yajri is to run, to flow. وَجَرَيْنَ بِهِمْ بِرِيحٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. And so how do you, this is also telling us that this is plural. Because Jarena goes back to, and they flow, they move, the ships move. So remember, غير عاقل plural should be singular, but we can use plural also. Here's an exception. Yeah, Jarena, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the noon for this thing, for ships. So غير عاقل jama is not always applied. وَجَرَيْنَ بِهِمْ. So they flow, that is the ships flow. Feminine, yeah. It should be singular feminine, generally speaking. وَجَرَت, because غير عاقل jama is used as feminine. Now, وَجَرَيْنَ بِهِمْ بِرِيحٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. So the ships flow with them with a good wind. So the wind is good, everything's fine, cool, it's going. وَفَرِحُوا بِهَا. They are like happy, oh, we've got a good wind, and so on. And what happens suddenly? جَاءَتْهَا رِيحٌ عَاصِفٌ. A storm. Asif means storm. This is different from Asif. I'm sorry, an Asif. This is Asif. Stormy wind comes. وَجَاءَهُمُ الْمَوْجِ. And waves engulf them. Mawj. And Mawj, they generally translate as plural because it's not one wave. Instead of Amwaj, Mawj, min kulli makan, from every side. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes so beautifully the situation of the people who are at ships. Although Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never traveled on the sea or a ship or a boat, right? This is a miracle. And I read a story long back. That's one of the sailors. He accepted Islam because he read these stories and he thought Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a sailor because it's so clear. Like when you put your hand into the water, it's so dark you can't even see your hand, and so many things about water and the seas. And people who've gone there, they can imagine on a ship how it is. So, and then he realized he never set foot at all on water. Note the word jaraina, which is third person feminine plural, and this is going back to the ship. So this tells us fulk is plural here. And another example, وَتَرَى الْفُلْكَ مَوَاخِرَ فِيهِ. And you see the ships plowing it, the sea. Mawakhir, which is a plural of makhiratun. Makhira, and this is in Nahl. Ismul fa'il, makhira. From makhara, yamkhuru, makhran, is to sail, plowing the sea. Plowing the sea is cutting the sea. You see the ships. If you see ships, the ships, the water is, separated into parts. I mean, it appears like that. Mawakhira fi. There's so many things to ponder upon. Then third point in the Quran, al-ain, in the sense of eye, a'yun, and the sense of fountain and spring is uyun. So ain could mean two things. Ain is an eye, and its plural is a'yun. A'yun, eyes. Right? A'yun, lahum a'yunin. They have eyes, la yubsiruna biha. They don't see from it. See Quran and so on. But the ain, the spring, the river, not the river, the fountain, spring, uyun is used. Uyun, the plural. So the singular word is the same. The plurals are different. The plurals. Non-Quranic Arabic does not make this distinction. So they might use uyun for eyes also. But in the Quran, there's a clear distinction that ayun is eyes and uyun is springs, fountains. So what was the verse again? وَاسْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا. So he's talking about a'yun. So we know from this verse also that Allah has eyes. Right? Some people try to do metaphorical and say, no, how can Allah have eyes and so on. But bi'ayun, in Allah has eyes. And we just say, كَمَا يَلِيقُ بِشَانِهِ. Right? Allah has eyes. According to, we don't compare with any humans and so on. We don't know how they are. We don't talk about, like Imam Malik says, well, kaifu majhul. Kaif is unknown. Okay, then we have غَرِقَ يَغْرِقُ. يَغْرَقُ. غَرِقَ يَغْرَقُ, to be drowned. The ismul fa'il is غَرِيق. Ismul fa'il is غَرِيق. Not غارق, but غريق. Because generally it should have been غارق, right? But this is مبالغة, I guess. غريق. Because like Rahim, Fa'il pattern. Drowned person is called غريق. And its plural is غرقى, like مرضى, مريض, مرضى, غرقى. واصنع الفلك بأعيننا ووحينا ولا تخاطبني في الذين ظلموا إنهم مغرقون. مغرق is اسم المفعول form for أغرق يغرق إغراقا, to make someone drown. So Allah did not use the word غريق. So the plural will be غرقا. Allah did, they'll be drowned because that is drowning naturally. But these will be drowned, that Allah will make them drown, because أغرق is to drown someone else. Right? So mughraq is the ismul maf'ul. So Allah will make them drown. The ones to be drowned. That means not automatically, but they will be made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that was this verse. And then وَيَصْنَعُ الْفُلْكَ, and he was constructing the ship, وَكُلَّمَا, and he builds the ship, وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ مِّن قَوْمِهِ, and whenever the chieftains of his people passed by him, Sakhiru min, they made fun of him. Building, there's no sea here, there's no water here. How are you building a ship? قال إن تسخروا منا فإنا نسخر منكم. If you make fun of us, if you laugh at us, we too shall laugh at you, just as you laugh at us. كما تسخرون. Next words, وَيَسْنَعْ. Sana'a yasna'u is to make. The mudara has been used for the picturesque presentation of the act of building. Remember, Madi should have been used because Sana'a, he has already made and everything, but he is building the ship to show it is live. This is a way of the eloquence of the Qur'an. For us to be in the scene, Allah uses it. وَيَسْنَعُ. He builds the ship. He's building the ship. Picturesque presentation of the act of building. Like Allah says, وَهِيَ تَجْرِي بِهِمْ, it flows with them. I mean, it already happened, but it flows with them. That means to show us, to be with them, to understand. وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ. Kullama, whenever. It is made up of kullun, that is all the time, which is here is a dharf, and that is every time. And ma, which is here, is masdariya. This ma, along with its sila, is mudaf ilayhi fi mahalli jar. So every time something comes after that, sila. Sila, like every time, kullama ji'tuka, every time I came to you, something happened after that. And the nasib of kulla is the verb jaza. In this example, sakhiru is the verb in the jaza. Why is it mansub? Because every time this happened, that happened, the jaza. So it's like a condition. The sentence can be construed as follows: سخر الملأ من نوح عليه السلام كل وقت مرور بهم. Literally, the chiefs made fun of Nooh alayhi salam every time. So this is going back to sakhira. What did he do every time? كل وقت مرورهم به. Every time they passed by them. Murur, every time the passage was through them. So kullama, he is explaining how kullama was formed. Like, why is it not kulluma? Why is it not kullima? Because it's a dharf. And dharf are always mansub. So kullama, every time. Kullama. Here's another example of kullama in the Quran. Kullama awqadu naran lil harbi atfa'aha Allah. So the Jews and others people, every time they kindle a fire of war, like they want war, because they want to sell weapons or they like people fighting and killing. Awqada is to kindle, to light a fire. Naran lil harb. For why? Allah atfa'aha Allah. Allah puts it out. For my example, see kullama, every time kullama comes. Okay. So here you can say kullama awqadu naran awqadu. This whole thing can be mudaf ilayhi for kullama. Like when this happens, Allah does this. Kullama. This is the jaza, atfahullah. Here's an example. Kullama zurtuhu wajadtuhu yaqra'u aw yaktub. Every time I visited him, I found him reading or writing. Kullama. So this is all about kullama. وَيَصْنَعُ الْفُلْكَ كُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ. Mala are the chieftains, nobles, and elders. Though the word is singular, right? Malaun means one chief, and the meaning is plural and very common in the Quran. Qal al mala, and those 9 juz stars like that. Its plural is amlaun. Then there's a note for this additional note one, which will be down. Mala, malaun. Oh, where's the note? Oh, okay. Additional note. The word mala, first note for us, also means assembly or gathering. Mala. Because remember, mala'a yamla'u is to fill something. Hmm. If you remember book one, mal'an was used. Hmm. So assembly, mal'an is used. Al-kubu mal'an in book one, he brought once. Yeah, for water. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, glass, the cup is full. Yeah. Now, so similarly, mala here means chiefs also means assembly or gathering because maybe they are filling the place or something. In the hadith, like in the hadith, he brings a hadith for that mala means a gathering. قال أن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول الله تعالى Allah says أنا عند ظن عبدي بي and I'm what my servant thinks of me وأنا معه إذا ذكرني and I'm with him when he remembers me فإن ذكرني في نفسه if he remembers in himself ذكرته في نفسي Allah also remember him by him myself وَإِن ذَكَرَنِي فِي مَلَئٍ. So here mala means a gathering. It's not chiefs, obviously. So if he remembers me in an assembly, ذَكَرْتُهُ فِي مَلَئٍ خَيْرٍ مِّنْهُمْ. I remember him in an assembly which is better than him. وَإِن تَقَرَّبَ إِلَيَّ شِبْرًا. And if he comes through a span is like shibr, is like a hand span. Shibr. تَقَرَّبْتُ إِلَيْهِ ذِرَاعًا. Dhira is a hand span. So paths, what do you call this? Shibr in English. So a span, just a span, I guess. Just a span, I approach him a cubit. And if you approach, وَإِن تَقَرَّبَ إِلَيَّ ذِرَاعًا, and if he comes to me, ذِرَاع, hand span, a cubit, تَقَرَّبْتُ إِلَيْهِ بَعًا, I approach him in a fathom. I don't know what ba'an means. It may be more than a hand span. وَإِن أَتَانِي يَمْشِي, and if he comes to me walking, I come to him, أَتَيْتُهُ هَرْوَلَةً. Harwala is from four, I mean, 4-letter verb, rubai. Harwala yuharwilu. He taught us this. Harwala. I come to him running. So here mala also means a gathering. Okay. He just gives a side note. Yeah. Fathom is a arm's length. What is cubit then? Half of arm's length. Okay. Fathom. I believe. Okay. Vayasnal fulk. And then let's move on. Yeah. Sakhira min fulan in sukhriya to mock or to make fun of. Yeah. Sakhira always comes with a min. Okay, fine. And then فسوف تعلمون من يأتيه عذاب يخزيه ويحل عليه عذاب مقيم. And soon you shall soon know to whom a humiliating punishment will come and upon whom a lasting punishment will torment will descend. عذاب مقيم. Right? They're continuing. And while Islam is continuing saying, you'll get to know what will happen. Sawfa, a particle denoting futurity like sa. For this is derived sawwafa taswifan, to put off, procrastinate. Sawwafa taswif is procrastination. I heard this somewhere. Taswif. In Arabic, by Nedek, I guess. Procrastinate. Sawwafa yusawwifu taswifan, form 2, from sawfa. Khazia yakhza khizyan, khazia yakhza. Khizyan. Very common, very common. Humiliate. To be contemptible. Disgrace. Akhza fulanan ikhzan, to disgrace, humiliate, put to shame. The sentence yukhzihi is a naat. فسوف تعلمون من يأتيه عذاب يخزيه. Okay. A punishment. What type of punishment? Which will humiliate. Isn't so we know a sentence if it comes after nakira, it's a naat. Because adabun is nakira. Yukhzihi is describing the adab. حل عليه حل يحل العذاب حلولا, to descend, befall. This is halla yahillu, okay? I was very confused all the time. Not halla yahullu, is to solve. Halla also means to make something halal, like Allah made this halal, lawful. And then أقام يقيم إقامة to raise. Okay. فسوف تعلمون من يأتيه عذاب يخزيه ويحل عليه. Fall on them عذاب مقيم. أقام يقيم. مقيم is اسم الفاعل. To make someone stand up, to stay, remain, dwell, reside. Many meanings of أقام. To raise, one is raise. To make someone stand up. Okay. And the second meaning is to stay. أقام. Yeah. Okay. Remain, dwell, reside. حتى إذا جاء أمرنا وفارت التنور. This was still when a command came. وفارت التنور. 49. Oh, we have 49 verses. Okay. وفارت التنور, and the earth burst open. He translated as earth. Tanur literally means oven. Huh? I don't know why he translated earth. Maybe some tafsir of it. قُلْ نَحْمِلْ فِيهَا. We said, carry into a pair of every species. زوجين اثنين وأهلك إلا من سبق عليه القول ومن آمن. Except those against whom the decree has already passed and those who have believed. So remember, وَمَنْ آمن is not going back to this illa. No, it's going back to here. And you carry your family and those who believe, except as an exception in between. That means they'll not be destroyed. They'll go with Nooh alayhi salam. Though none but a few had believed in him. وَمَا آمَنَ مَعَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ. Al-amru is matter affair. حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَ أَمْرُنَا. Plural is umur. It is also used to say command. And the plural is awamir. So there's amr, like we just learned one word, right? Plural should ainun. Ainun, ayun is eyes, and uyun is springs. The singular word is the same. Similarly here, amr is singular, which is both used for matter or a command, but the plurals are different. So amrun, umur is used for matters, and awamir is used for commands. Awamir the sultan, the king's commands. And then fara yafuru fawran is to gush out, boil over. Fawran and fawran. To gush over. He has a note for this, obviously, because in Urdu, fawran means do it now, right now. Raja fulanun min fawri, note, he returned immediately. See, immediately came from, I mean, Arabic and Urdu also. Kharajtu fawra dukhilihi. I went out soon after my entry. See, book 324 less. He taught fawra? No, I don't think. The word fawra has acquired the meaning of immediacy, right? I mean, it has acquired because fara is just to flow, overflow. I mean, it's not flow. Jara is to flow. Fara is to overflow from the idea of boiling. As if second action takes place before the first cools down. Okay. Like the water's boiling and second action is overflowing, comes after, suddenly it overflows. So the meaning has changed due to time. But from Fara is derived in Urdu. Fawara is also used. Oh, okay. Fawara for a fountain. He brought the Urdu also here. But in Arabic, a fountain is nafurat. Nafura. A fountain. Note that in modern Arabic, Qursun Fawar is an effervescent tablet. What is an effervescent tablet? Which floats or something? Oh, you have to put it in the water or something. Are designed to release carbon dioxide upon contact with water. Okay, okay. Like the dispersible. Oh, okay. Khurasun Fawar. Dispensable. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our verse. So Fawar, Nafura. Tablet is referring to the medicine. Yeah. Nowadays, you have to tell tablet is a medicine also because we have other tablets. We didn't have back then. So, okay. Where were we? Okay, here. Okay, that was all about Farai Fudu, to boil. We can techno, yeah. Fauran is also used. And a tanur is tananir. Tanur is an oven. The gushing out of the water from the surface of the earth has been likened to the boiling out of a hot water from a pot. So he says this is not a literal oven, but from the earth itself. There's a note again for tanur. In Urdu, it has become tandoor, from tanur, like tandoori. The word tandoor has been, he brought this point. He's bringing Urdu now. Wow. Tandoor has it just become in Urdu. Great. I just reflected on it and he also brought that note. Great. We think the same, huh, Sheikh and me. That's why I'm teaching this book, I guess. Tanura is a skirt. I don't know why. Okay. Hamala yahmilu, hamlan is to carry. Imratun hamil is a pregnant woman. Not hamila. Hamila is not used because Arabic is logical. It's smart. As the attribute is not shared by men, why use vestata, right? Why vestata marbuta? So a pregnant woman is just used hamil. So ta marbuta is not used and can't be pregnant. Yeah, so no ta marbuta. Now, Arabic word is this thing, logical. Zawjan is a pair, and Zawjain is the mafulun bihi. حتى إذا جاء أمرنا وفار التنور قل نحمل فيها من كل الزوجين. The مفعول به of احمل, like carry what? Every two pairs. And ithnani, this is a nat of zawjan. The words wahidun and ithnan are used for emphasis. Because remember, it's not necessary to use. Zawjain already tells it's two. But Allah has emphasized like zawjain ithnaini. Now, li akhwan ithnani. I have two brothers. Already ithnan is not required. You can just say akhwan. Wa ukhtun wahidatun. Again, ukhtun is one, obviously. Wahidatun is just one. Just emphasizing. وَمَا آمَنَ مَعَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ. Here, qalil is the fa'il of amana and istisna is mufarragh. وَمَا آمَنَ مَعَهُ. And there's nothing mustasna minhu. So qalil is the fa'il of amana, mufarragh. Because there's no وَمَا آمَنَ أَحَدٌ مَعَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ. There's no ahadun or something. So it goes back to this. And remember, mufarragh can only be used in negative sentences, huh? Or questions, I believe. Right? It can never be used in a positive sentence. So you'll find only mufarragh empty things in negative sentences. Okay, I think we can stop here, inshallah. We'll do this, inshallah, next class. Inshallah ta'ala, from verse number 41 to 49. We hope to do next class, inshallah ta'ala. Yeah. We'll finish in two classes, I guess. So 10 and 17 will be done with this lesson. And after Ramadan, we'll come back, inshallah, in April, maybe, or May. We can start in May, inshallah. May 5th or something, inshallah. So we'll have a 2 months of, not 2 months, but 1.5 months of retrieve, inshallah. With Sarf books, please, after Ramadan. Why not now? Okay, inshallah. We need Sarf. Inshallah, we'll start Sarf. No issues. We have this book, Al-Muhadarat fi Ilm Sarf. We'll do that book and come back to these books again, okay? Inshallah. Please remind me again, huh? When we are at the end of the book. We'll start with Sarf. Inshallah. Sarf is a little tricky, okay? Yeah, we'll do Muhadarat. I might also get stuck. I've watched it 400 questions, yeah. But Muhadarat fi Ilm Sarf is a very good book. You'll understand various things if you do that book properly and the exercises. It might be a little boring also. It's not like Nahu, like interesting. You have to look at the word and do exercise, so many exercises for practice. But inshallah, we'll do it. Try to make it interesting. Some exercise might be too difficult for me too, so we might have to, struggle a lot. Especially when it comes to tasghir and all that. Inshallah, we'll try. I didn't teach it before, so It's discovery mode for me too, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum, jazakallahu khairan, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.